What was life like before working with you as a coach? Well, it's an interesting question indeed. I have taken upon myself to coach myself since a very early age in life, and I've always been an individual who has drive and determination and dedication to see things through with whatever pursuits that I have in life. Wanting to perform at the best of my capabilities and a little bit more on top of that. Um, so pushing the boundaries, not just physically with, various exercises in my life. Started out with sports like basketball. I've done endurance, cyclotouring, when I was a bit in my later teenage years. So for like 6 months at a time, riding a bicycle up and down the coast of California and Oregon, 12, 16-hour days, 130 miles, that kind of stuff. And just various exercises, either calisthenics or weights or, just whatever I could, mold myself into. Or even just pushing the boundaries of mental, emotional understanding and whatever spiritual capacity that I got, which spiritual is a bit subjective, but I strive for that sense of fulfillment as well. So that was life before working as a coach. And, I got into a point where, okay, I feel like I'm doing everything right when it comes to exercise. I'm putting in the hours, I'm getting the sleep, I'm like pushing it, but I always, was hitting a wall. I could either, build muscle, but I could never get down to a certain percentage of body fat. Or I could just go straight up, like hit exercises, calisthenics, and shred down, but then I get tiny and dwindly. So, the moment came, and I'm sure, the AI powers that be, formulated this, but however it happened, goal crushers came into my view, and just something succinct with that, given your story, and it just felt very natural and on authentic sharing. It's just like, hey, I was here, I figured this out, things started blossoming, it worked. This is what I want to present to you. And I'm like, finally, something that I can trust. And so I can say it works. The fact that I can build muscle, that I can shred down, I can keep a certain percentage of body fat and just keep on performing at that output, it really tells me that I made a good investment for myself. Because the amount of time I was putting in anyways before this program, it just tells me I was almost there, but I wasn't fully valuing my time and the money I would put into it. So great investment. Question number 2, what was it like being in the program? Part of my language, but it was fucking awesome. And it still is awesome. And it will continue to be awesome. The fact that you guys take the time to really create a foundation, especially in today's world where everything's online, is paramount, and you guys crushed it. And you guys are continuously looking for ways to evolve, and that says a lot too. That you are continuously trying to improve and get Goal Crushers to the place it needs to be. So the program is dialed in. The fact that I can truly feel your coaches and yourself's expertise, your confidence in what you know and how to do it, and just delivering that in a very personal, authentic way, and just showing up for the community and us as individuals within our coaching program was amazing. Continues to be. The program rocks. I've purchased many, pre-programs before, like for example, like Athlete X, which he does a great job, but just the amount of reps and the amount of changes from month to month, and it's like you guys got it so dialed in. It's nice. So I feel like my body's constantly guessing. It's constantly trying to figure out what I'm doing, which makes it, more susceptible to actually muscle tears and growth and things like that. So you guys nailed that in. So I enjoy the variety. at any capacity, utilizing not just body weight, but, resistance bands, weights, with high rep range, low rep range, it just constantly going like, yes. And that way, I'm engaged all the time. I'm wanting to like, by the month, 4 to 6 week cycle in, I'm like, yes, give me more. Like, how can we elevate this? So program is amazing. 3, what is my life like now? Well, it was already pretty fucking awesome, but now it's even more awesome. So, like I said, in previous conversations or even, previous videos, I've done a lot of unique things in my life. I've definitely moved around. I've traveled internationally, lived internationally in different places. And so, my time coming back to the States, and working at Esalen, really gave me the opportunity to go like, all right, let's hunker down and let's get some shit done. And definitely one on my list was like conquering the physique, conquering, physical output and just excellence in every area. And also the time and space to, really perfect and refine my other skill sets, in the variety that it is. So just really dialing in the structure, dialing in the discipline, which to me is not a restraint. It means even more freedom and flexibility, to, elevate myself with my natural gifts and inclinations and pursuits in life. And then also just hungry for more. Like, I'm so fucking hungry. And that mentality is not just, in an eating sense and like a physical sense, but I'm hungry mentally. I'm hungry emotionally. I'm just hungry. I want to learn more. I want to do more. I want to like, weave all these just these beautiful things in my life. And so life is awesome, and that mindset of high excellence and high output in every area, is what got me to even do entering in Esalen as the retreat center that is, as a staff entry level position. And now I'm managing my department. I got a whole staff, I lead a team, all that kind of thing. And I got room for more growth in the company, so it's that mindset and excellence in every area of life. It takes off, it gets noticed in certain areas, and then, life responds to that accordingly. So life is pretty fucking great. And it'll continue to be, and that's not saying I don't go through any hardships. It's like I strive to be uncomfortable. I get comfortable in the uncomfortable. I want to endure, the full spectrum of emotions, full spectrum of experiences, not just the happy serendipitous way of life, but also, the frustrations and the sadness and, everything in between, really. So it's, it's a beautiful life. I want to experience, the full enormity of it. Question number 4, what was the one thing that almost held me back, and I'm glad I did it anyways. The only thing was just finances. Like, I'm a pretty frugal person. I work hard and I enjoy, having my financial stability that I do have. And I sacrifice a lot of things in life to have that. I even live in my van, happily and comfortably, and it keeps me more productive, but, just to save money, just to like, I'll sacrifice what I got to do to make it in life. So it wasn't necessarily so much just the frugality of myself of it with finances. It is just like, I didn't know how much something like that cost. And so like when we're having like a 15-minute talk and then, a 15-30-minute conversation at the end, are like, all right, so you're looking at stand up front. I'm like, okay, all right, like, let's do it. I already made that commitment. It's like, I got savings. This is an investment. This is my health insurance. This is my, my mental and emotional state. It's just like, boom, that's such a small amount of money. So, I'm always glad I'm doing it on the other end, and life responds, and, it's like more money comes in. So money comes, money goes. I've spent a lot of money on frivolous shit in my life, so it's just like, to have a program like this is priceless in a sense. So